we don't have the same knowledge, so we will never be able to
Well, you're
understand.
correct there. I definitely don't have the same knowledge as Allah. If I did, I would have included grape in my book. So you're definitely correct there. I don't want the same knowledge as Allah either.
Yeah, you're never
So
gonna
what is
get.
Allah like then, sir? Please tell me. Because when it comes to the day of resurrection, you see, and he comes before all of us and he says, I am Allah, I at least want to know, what does he look like?
You're obviously gonna know on the day, innit?
No, I'm not. That's the point. I don't know him now.
Well, you're clearly
How
gonna
am I
know
going
after
to know
this.
him when I don't even know him now? He's going to be a complete stranger
Yeah,
pod
right
to me.
now. Oh
What
my
is he going to look like? Let's start there. What's he going to look like?
As I told you, he's a supreme being, and you
Yeah.
can't understand him because
Okay.
we don't have the knowledge like that.
Right. Okay.
What's so
I
hard to
understand
understand
that.
about that?
I don't want to understand him. I just want to be able to recognize him. How will I know it's him? Will he have two heads?
You actually hurt my head. I can't even lie to you. Like, you actually hurt my head because you're trying to mock me, yeah? But you're not even
No, I'm
mocking
not
me
trying to
properly,
mock
'cause
you,
you're-
sir. I'm trying to see how ridiculous it is.
Okay,
for
let's see
you
how
and your
ridiculous your
religion
Bible
on
is.
the day of judgment,
Numbers 31.
not having. No, sir, please let me finish. I'm trying to make you see, sir, how ridiculous it is with your religion when on the day of judgment, your God is going to come before you and say, I am your God. And you are supposed to recognize and know he is your God. How are you
were
gonna
born
do
and when
that,
you
sir?
grew up, how did you know that you are yourself? Obviously, you eventually gain that knowledge. Same way, on the day of resurrection, you're
Yeah,
eventually
but we
gonna
haven't
gain
got that.
knowledge.
Yeah, but sir, do you see, we don't have that problem because on that day, our God is going to come to us as Jesus.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is,
Jesus
sir.
is not the God.
Yes,
He
he
is the
is,
prophet.
sir. He's going to come to us as Jesus with holes in his hands, holes in his feet, and a hole in his side. Yes, he is, sir.
Okay,
So
wait.
I am going to know instinctively, immediately, that is Jesus. Straight away.
Jesus is not the God. I'm
I
telling you
don't,
that.
sir, I don't care what you believe from your narrative. Okay? If you want to say Jesus is not God, that's fine. Let's stick with the topic we're dealing with at the moment, which is how each of us will recognize our God come the day of judgment. I've given you clear proof. I will recognize my God clearly, and not only will I do it, so will everyone else. Because before you see him with his two holes in his hands and his feet and the hole in his side, you're going to see him riding the clouds. He's going to be riding the clouds with the whole host of heaven all around him and the Father sitting at his side. I mean, you cannot fail to miss that. Even if you're a complete dinkum, you cannot fail to miss the Son of Man riding the clouds, surrounded by the host of the heaven of angels. Every eye is going to see it. Every knee is going to bow to it. And that's before he approaches you with the holes in his hands and the hole in his feet and the hole in his side. So even before he gets anywhere near you, you're going to know it's him.
Okay.
Now, my question is quite simple, sir. How are you going to know it's Allah?
When you walk into a court, yeah, when you see the judge, do you know the judge from before? No, you don't. You obviously see him and you understand that is the judge. Same way.
I don't need to know the judge, sir. I've been into many courtrooms, sir, and
Yeah,
the
I can
last thing
tell
I
for
need to
being
know is
racist.
the judge, sir. All I need to know is what I'm going to say
I'm saying
to get off
you would
with
know
the
that
particular
person
crime.
is the judge, no?
And I've always known what to say to get off with a particular crime. But what I need to know now, sir, is you've told me quite categorically Jesus is not God. And for this sake of this argument, I am going with your theory on that topic. Jesus is not God. Allah is God.
Yeah,
Fine.
he is.
Now, yeah, but I have a big problem now, sir, because like I said, I gave you clear description of how I'm going to know Jesus on the day of resurrection, someone who I've never met. I will still know it's clearly him by the way he arrives, the way he comes, and when he does come to me, the marks on his body. Clearly, I will know it's him. What I now need to know, sir, is because you told me Jesus is not God, and I believe you just for this little instant, and that, as I say, for the sake of this test, Allah is God. How will I know Allah on the day of judgment? Someone again who I've never seen, sir.
Because on the day, you're going to hear his divine voice. You're going to witness his attributes, the 99 ones, the 99 names that you say, basically.
How am I going to witness the truth and the mercy? You can't witness that, sir.
You know, there's other... I'm not saying all of his, I'm saying his attributes. There are some attributes that you can witness.
So tell me then what the attributes are that I'm going to witness. I can't witness the truth, the mercy,
How can you
the
not
deceiver.
witness the truth?
I can't witness all of that,
If
sir.
someone is the most
Tell
forgiving
me
and
something
they're
that I
judging
will see
someone
with
and
my
they forgive
eyes.
them, how
that
can
will
you
make
tell
it,
that?
Tell me something I will see with my eyes that will make it known that is Allah. What will I see on Allah that will prove to me conclusively that is definitely Allah?
If someone is... What was I talking about? Because you literally put me off so many times. Okay,
You're talking about the day of
someone
judgment.
is the most...
You're talking
let me
about
finish,
the day
man.
of judgment when our God comes to us, who no one's ever seen, no one knows what he looks like, and how we're
Yes.
going to recognize him.
If someone is the most forgiving and if they're judging someone, can you not see that they're forgiving someone? If someone is the most merciful, can you not see that they're showing mercy to them? Like, can you just not see it? Like, can your common sense just not comprehend that, yeah, they're being merciful? Did they have to physically be like, yo, I'm being merciful, yeah?
So the next time I go down the town centre and I see
Next time
somebody
you go to
forgive
court because
somebody,
you're definitely
that
doing some
must be
crimes out
Allah.
there.
So
Huh?
as soon as I see the next person I see forgive someone, that must be Allah.
But I'm actually going to question your... Let me just not even say...
So you're making no sense at all. Basically, the
You're
answer
saying you're
to my
gonna
question,
find... You're
sir, the
saying you're
answer
gonna
to my
find God in the
the answer
streets.
to my question,
You're
because
saying you're
again,
gonna
I've done
find God in the streets.
sir,
Make
please,
it make sense,
sir,
man.
please. The answer to my question, because I've done topics on this as well. Okay, you'll find it in the Hadith. The answer's in the Hadith, and Allah Himself told you how you will recognize Him.
You didn't even let me
He
finish
will
my
come
third
to
point.
you.
A
He
divine
will
light.
come, sir. Listen to what I'm telling you. I am teaching you your Islam. At least have the
Apparently,
respect
I'm gonna
to
have to learn it
listen.
from you.
At least have the
Hey, guys.
respect to listen to your Allah's words. These are the words of
You're
Allah.
twisting up words
No,
to
I'm
make Islam
not.
look bad.
No,
Is that
I'm
not
not.
obvious enough?
I am not
You guys are
twisting
just
nothing.
riding your wood because
In
they
the
don't want to
Hadith,
get muted,
in
mate.
the Hadith,
Imagine that.
in the Hadith, Sahih
I thought you said
Bukhari.
hadith doesn't matter. Then you said hadith doesn't matter when I was trying to use it as quotations, no? Double standards, maybe? Maybe.
So, no, I said if it contradicts the Quran. This isn't contradicting the Quran because it's not in the Quran.
Okay,
Nothing
rape wasn't in the Quran either.
Sir,
Oh my
please,
Lord,
Lord
that's
of
gonna make me
mercy.
bug out, man.
I'll have to drop you now, sir. I've heard enough of you
Rape was not in
continually
the Quran,
ignoring
but
me.
apparently it's contradicting the Quran. But this is not in the Quran and it's not contradicting. Double
No,
standards.
this story of the Day of Judgment and how you will recognize Allah on the Day of Judgment is not in the Quran, in this depth. The only
Rape is
place
not
you
in the
find
Quran.
it in this depth, and it's the words of Allah. It's not the words of Muhammad. It's not the words of Sheikh Ibn Farouk. It's not my words. It's
Lord.
not your words. It's Allah's words
Is this
in the
why you went to
Hadith.
court?
Now then, sir, are you allowed to disregard Allah's words in a Hadith?
What? Repeat.
Are you allowed to disregard Allah's words in a
Why are you
Hadith?
screaming, mate? It's gonna be the same volume if I
Are
turn
you
it up or
allowed
down.
to disregard Allah's words in a Hadith?
No.
Exactly. No, you're not. So listen to what Allah told you in this Hadith, authentic Sahih Hadith. He said, on the Day of Judgment, He will come to you in a shape other than the one you already know. So you already know a shape of Allah.
No, you don't. We don't have pictures of God in Islam.
Lord have mercy. Oh, I don't know how many more times I have to tell him this is Allah's words. He's listening to me speak it, and he keeps getting confused that it's my words because I'm telling him. It's Allah's words. Allah said it.
No,
He's going to come to you
listen,
in a shape
hadiths are written by
the
imams.
shape you
Hadiths are written
already
by
know.
imams.
So
Certain
Allah
hadiths are written
said,
by imams.
Allah said you already know a shape.
Okay, what
Then
hadith
he
is it?
said
Repeat
he's
it.
going to
Repeat,
come
repeat the
in a
hadith.
different shape. So
Repeat the
Allah's a
hadith.
shapeshifter. He can basically change shapes as he wants to, which
Repeat
is
the
nothing
hadith.
unusual. Our God is the same. Our
Can
God
you
can
repeat
take
the
on any
hadith?
shape because he's
Can
a
you repeat the
spirit.
hadith?
Now then, he said, when he comes to you in a shape you don't know, because it's a shape you don't know, you're not going to recognize him as Allah. So even when he turns to you and he says, I, my son, am your Allah, you're going to turn to him and say, I don't believe you, Allah.
Yeah, but
You
they're
look
written by
like the
imams.
man who
They come
served
down
me.
from the Prophet,
You
but
look
they're
like,
written by
will you
imams.
be quiet?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the chat.
Well, stop talking to the chat. Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm telling you Allah's words. Why are you disrespecting Allah?
I'm not disrespecting Allah.
You are
You are.
disrespecting Allah because
You
you're
are.
over talking me while I'm telling you Allah's
Okay, but
words.
you're
That
not
is
someone that
disrespecting
represents my
Allah.
God, is it?
Now then, please stop being a kafir and a mushkireen, okay? Stop leaving your faith. I know you don't want to just yet. Listen to the words of Allah. He's going to come to you in a shape you don't know. Because he's come to you in a shape you don't know, when he says, I'm your Allah, you're going to disbelieve him. And not just you. Every single other Muslim is going to disbelieve him and say, you're not our Allah. Then he's going to reveal to you his shin. And as soon as he reveals his shin to you, you're going to know it's him. Now you know how to recognize Allah come the day of judgment, don't you? There's
First
going
of
a
all,
man who's going to come to you and say, I'm
the,
your Allah. You're going to say, no, you're not my Allah. He's going to reveal his shin. Then you're going to bow down and worship him. Soon as you see his shin.
okay, you were talking about not
Now,
recognizing Allah.
compared to your narrative of recognizing God, and compared to my narrative of recognizing God, which one sounds closer to the truth?
Let me finish what you were saying about the hadith, yeah? You were talking
No,
about
I'd
not
like you to answer my
recognizing the
question,
shape.
sir. No, I'd
But
like you to answer
obviously,
my
it
question,
says
sir.
he's going to
No,
appear in
I'd
a
like you to
different
answer my
form,
question.
and you won't be able to recognize them
Sir,
initially.
sir,
And that's
there's
just
no
a
need,
test
sir.
that's
There's
just a
no
test for
need to, there's
believers to
no,
distinguish
sir,
between the
sir.
hypocrites.
There's no need for you to talk about a hadith you don't know about.
Well,
You
I've
didn't
just
know about
researched
that
it.
hadith, sir, until I
Just
just told
researched
you
it.
about it.
I've
Because
just
I asked
researched
you
it.
several times, sir, I asked you several times, how will I recognize Allah? And you not once told me by his shin. So you didn't know that hadith, so stop talking about
Okay,
stuff
I've
you
just
don't
seen
know
it, mate.
about. You don't know about it. Now then, sir, out of the two examples, Jesus, the Son
Let me
of Man,
finish off,
the
mate.
Jesus, the
Let me
Son of
finish off,
Man,
mate. Let me
Jesus, the
finish off.
Son of Man,
So
coming.
wait.
All right.
About
God,
recognizing Allah, yeah.
God
So
bless you, sir. Peace of Christ to you. I'm going to drop you down now because you won't allow me to continue the conversation.